Now.
Welcome to News Watch 12 at 10. I'm Justin Betty. A former nurse at a Rhinelander hospital accused of filming a patient nude officially pleaded not guilty to a number of charges today. Evan Sheedy of Three Lakes is also charged with possession of child pornography. Today, his attorney entered not guilty pleas on his behalf, setting up a pretrial conference for May 21st. One other change in this case is that is now in the hands of Judge Tom Egan from Portage County after Oneida County Judge Michael Bloom recused himself from the case. A 24-year-old Wausau man charged with first-degree intentional homicide has now been ordered to have a competency test before his legal case continues. Umberto Lowe was arrested on March 21st in connection with the death of a 30-year-old woman from Wausau. According to statements made in court today, police believe Lowe shot the woman in the head and then sent a photo of the victim via Facebook Messenger to a family friend. His next appearance won't be scheduled until they get the results from that competency test. Bond remains set at $1 million cash. He's been ordered to have no contact with the victim's family. A 60-year-old man riding a bicycle was hit and killed by a vehicle yesterday evening in the township of Carson, according to the Portage County Sheriff's Office. They say the man was trying to cross County Trunk Highway HH, but failed to yield to an eastbound vehicle. They say the man on that bike was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the vehicle, a 67-year-old Stevens Point man, was not injured. Neither person's name has been released at this time. Andrew, the weekend is here. Weather looking iffy for the weekend.
It is iffy, Justin. I think we're going to be having Sunday as the more ideal day to get outside. Saturday may be a better day for indoor activities, and here I'll show you what I mean. So tonight we have partly to mostly cloudy skies crossing the region. Showers will be holding off until tomorrow, and we are going to be starting with a round of rain. This will most likely be coming after 12 o'clock, and then it'll be a very, very light rainfall into the afternoon hours that will transition over to snowfall as we head into overnight Saturday to Sunday, and then ultimately drying on out for the rest of your Sunday. So a little bit of snow on the ground in far northwestern Wisconsin and the UP. We could be having a light dusting, a little more widespread throughout the area by the end of this event into early Sunday morning. Now, high temperatures today, pretty a little bit cooler than what we've been used to, with highs in the low 40s, some mid to low 30s as well. And looking hour by hour for the rest of your overnight, we have low temperatures getting down to about 27, 28 degrees and partly to cloudy skies all night long. Justin?
Thanks, Andrew. For the last couple of weeks, we've been asking for folks to call into our station with any questions, thoughts, likes or dislikes about the news. We got about 20 calls so far, some great calls, and now we'll play you a few of them, and I'll respond to them as well in our debut edition of My Two Cents.
To listen to your messages, press pound. My question is on this field hospital COVID for the state of Wisconsin, and I wanted to know how many patients were accommodated at the field house and like how much it's costed us per patient. Kind of looking at the perspective of our tax dollars being used wisely.
Sue's talking about the field hospital just outside Milwaukee, West Allis, if you want to be really particular, the old state fairgrounds. I ran some numbers for you, Sue, and found they had 207 patients there, according to DHS's own website. 170 at the facility and 37 more at the infusion clinic. We'll count those together. We know it cost $15 million to build the facility, plus operational costs. We don't know how much those operational costs were. But let's work with the $15 million. That works out to $73,000 a person. Now, that's a lot of money. If you are against the facility, you'll argue that's a waste of money that could have been spent elsewhere. If you're in favor of it, you'll say that it was insurance against the pandemic getting much worse in Wisconsin when hospitals were filled up. And DHS does point out that a lot of the funding, in fact, all the funding, came from the federal COVID relief money, which is still your tax dollars, but it's only on the federal level, not double whammy with the state level as well.
Well, I just had a comment for Jeff Betty. I think he's a wonderful journalist, but I think you ought to be careful about when you read the COVID deaths each day, not to use the word just. When you say just 3 people died or just 9 people died, they're important people. I think it might be a little bit insensitive. So anyway, no big deal. Thank you. Bye.
You are absolutely right, Scott, and that's my fault. I don't mean to downplay the pandemic or downplay a loss of life, even if it is just 1 or 2 people. if we're being totally honest here, this has been a tough year for a lot of people. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out the right tone to explain the COVID-19 pandemic. And I felt early on especially, we kept reporting about how bad the pandemic was and how it kept getting worse. And we had lots of people reaching out saying that we were fear-mongering or that we were scaring them and they were only reporting bad numbers. And I kept telling them when numbers got better, I would be happy to report the numbers are getting better. So I want to make sure that I'm hammering home when numbers are getting better, that they are getting better. But I don't mean that to be coming away as downplaying or dismissive of anyone who's lost their life or knows someone who's lost their life because of the pandemic. Thank you for your call.
But you've been advertising for the last few weeks about having a free vaccination site. But in your advertisement, you tell people to bring their medical card with them or medical information. And I'm wondering why, because these shots are free, and I have someone that just told me the other day that they weren't going to do that, but they can't because they have no insurance.
That's a good question, Jane. We do want you to know, though, that the vaccination sites were free. In fact, all of the COVID-19 vaccines, anywhere you get them, are free. Lafayette did put on their website when they posted it that whether you have health insurance or not, it is free, though they would like you to bring the card. I'm not really sure why that is. We can look into that. But Rachel Eiler did a fact check for us earlier this week. No matter where you go during the pandemic, make sure you're getting a free vaccine. If someone is trying to charge you for one, it's probably a scam.
The station only seems to mention things that make this Biden administration look good. I'm just wondering why nobody is calling for Ron Johnson to step down for his racist and conspiracy statements.
I'm going to try to stay out of the muck of politics as much as humanly possible, but you guys feel free to voice your opinions on our Your 2 Cents line. That's what it is here for. We try our best to cover things fairly and accurately. I think we do a pretty good job. But feel free, if you don't think we're holding up our end of the bargain, please call in and let us know. Actually, our next caller, Jerry, had a pretty good idea, I think, as well, too.
I've come to the conclusion that the only thing that will fix our government is term limits on every elected office. We have representatives that have been in office too long, and we are so polarized that I think the only thing that will do us any good is term limits. So that's my 2 cents. Thanks. Bye.
And if you want to make your voice heard, give us a call, 715-365-8812. Again, 715-365-8812. It's extension 319. Mondays and Wednesdays going forward, we will just play your calls, no response, in what we'll call Your 2 Cents. And then each Friday, I'll respond to a few, like you just saw in My 2 Cents. One thing most people can agree on, we are happy the weekend is here. Andrew is in with your full forecast right after the break. You're watching News Watch 12. We're proud to serve Phillips and folks all across the North Woods of Wisconsin.
Have you ever looked up how much of an appliance is made in the U.S.? At Maher Water Corporation, we use systems that are 90% made in the U.S. In fact, over 80% of the unit is made right here in the Midwest, and 75% of the entire unit is made right here in our beautiful state of Wisconsin. Combining the local made product with a local family company means money spent here stays here. So call us today to meet our Wisconsin-made family.
Step 1, build a new breed. Make it an SUV. Send it off-road. Send it to Baja. Then evolve, enhance, expand. Make it capable, smart, human. And then make more. Because the only way to predict the future is to build it. And the only way to build it is Ford Proud. Choose FlexBuy and get a 2020 Escape with 0% financing for 66 months. Plus $3,500 cash back. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Yeah, well, look what I did this weekend, huh?
Your weekends brought to you by American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano. We have more Alumacraft boats in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Check them out in the largest showroom in the USA. Buy or trade into a new boat and get out on the water today. And we'll give you the best deal. Guaranteed by at least $500. Get the most out of your weekends with Alumacraft and American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
At Len's Truck, we've made the buying experience fast and easy.
All our trucks are guaranteed clean, certified, can be bought hassle-free online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. And when you buy a Lenz truck, know that you're buying the best used truck money can buy. Go now to LenzTruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move. Go now to LenzTruck.com.
Lenz Truck.
If you remember last night, we had low temperatures down in the low 20s and a breezy wind that made those temperatures feel like the teens. Tonight is going to be a little bit different. So we're seeing temperatures right now in the low 30s, upper 20s. We aren't departing too much further from here, so we're pretty close to those low temperatures. And we really don't have much of a wind tonight. So if anything, it'll be very light and variable. You'll hardly notice that. And what that has the effect on is that wind chill. So yesterday, maybe a little bit of a sting to the touch with that wind breezing on by to any exposed skin. Tonight, it'll be a little more comfortable, so our feel-like temperatures are going to be pretty close to those actual temperatures throughout overnight tonight, feeling like that real upper 20s, so that'll be pretty pleasant, a nice change from yesterday. And then we'll feel like those temperatures during the day on Saturday in the mid-40s, and then we're going to get breezy during the evening to after the evening to late hours, so we could be feeling a bit cold then. Now, looking outside, we are having partly cloudy skies tonight, maybe seeing those stars for just a brief period, though that cloud coverage will become more well-built into the morning hours and bringing on rain showers. So here we go, looking at Saturday afternoon. We're seeing something out of the west and the south kind of coming up towards the northeast. These are the rain showers, very, very light rain showers. This is not going to be a huge rainfall event. It'll just be kind of for a duration into the afternoon to evening hours. And then we have a little bit of a switch over to having some snowfall. This will most likely be mostly in the North Woods area, not getting too far south. And then that's going to be moving through overnight Sunday into the very early hours. And then we're going to be clearing on out for the rest of the day. Looking forward to more sunshine on your Sunday. And we're not talking about a lot of snowfall here, so maybe about a half an inch or so. And then Tuesday, we are going to have more showers. This again is going to be an even lighter rainfall, and this is going to be more of that rainfall event than it is snow. Maybe a little bit of a wintry mix at best, but mostly this is the rainfall event on Tuesday afternoon. Very, very light rainfall, and then we're drying on out for the rest of your extended forecast. So I said this is a very light rain. We are going to be seeing about 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch by the time that we hit Sunday morning. And then as we head into Tuesday, we saw that very light rainfall. That is going to add maybe another 1/10 of an inch or so to our rainfall totals. So not really a huge event there. Now looking at your temperature trend for the upcoming week, a couple cool days, and these will be breezy as well before we're hitting the 60s on Monday, everyone's favorite day, and cooling back down to the 30s on Wednesday. And then temperatures recover once again. So looking at those winds, I told you that it's going to be a bit breezy this weekend. So on your Saturday night, imagine that we're having these rainfalls coming on down, a little bit of snow. We are also going to have a bit breezy winds coming out of the south at 20 plus miles per hour. So we'll be dealing with that. And then into your Sunday, winds coming out of the northwest, even breezier. That could be upwards of 30 to 35 miles per hour. But for now, tonight, we're enjoying those calm winds and having temperatures down to about 28 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Getting into your Saturday, it's going to be a rainy day and breezy. Maybe a little bit of snow in the overnight hours. Temperatures at 45 degrees. And looking at your Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast. So a little bit of rain and snow on Saturday, a little bit of rain on Tuesday. Otherwise, a dry forecast for you guys coming on up. Justin?
Thanks, Andrew. We're now on nearly 2.6 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine given out across Wisconsin. We're averaging close to 50,000 doses per day over the last week, according to latest numbers from the Department of Health Services. DHS reports just over 28% of all people in the state have now received at least one dose. Oneida, Vilas, and Iron County are now at roughly 35%. Taylor and Clark counties in the whitish colors stand at about 17%. Today, Governor Tony Evers officially signed a bill making it legal for bars and restaurants to sell mixed drinks to go. It's designed to help businesses which have been struggling through the COVID-19 pandemic. Meanwhile, Governor Evers also signed into law a plan designed to lower prescription drug costs in Wisconsin. The bill, which passed legislature with bipartisan support, requires pharmacy benefit managers to register with the state and submit annual reports on any rebates they may have received from drug makers and whether they pass those savings on to customers. It also prohibits pharmacy benefit managers from stopping pharmacists from telling patients about cheaper alternatives to their prescriptions. Back in December, Boulder Junction filed a broadband expansion grant application with the Wisconsin Public Service Commission for a project to supply fiber-based high-speed broadband service to the remaining homes and businesses in their community. Well, last week, the PSC notified Lumen, a business, that it'll be rewarding a $2.2 million grant. This is in addition to the 2020 grant award of over $1.6 million for Lumen to provide high-speed broadband service to the Boulder Junction area. Organizers say Boulder Junction will soon have broadband speed on par with all but select urban areas. Construction on Phase 1 is set to begin next month. One of the key offensive weapons, the Green Bay Packers, has officially signed his new deal with the team. See why the Pro Bowler says he wanted to stay in Green Bay. After the break.
Ripco Credit Union since 1932. In the best of times and in times that require just a little more flexibility and kindness. We've been here, we'll be here. We are here for you. Federally insured by NCUA.
Carpet City.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale ever and receive free carpet installation along with an additional $300, $600, or even $1,000 of savings on all flooring products and sale prices. That's right, free carpet installation and an additional savings of up to $1,000 on top of the sale prices. See why contractors and designers only choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs.
Our prices will floor you.
Here's your Newswatch 12 Snowmobile Trail Report, brought to you by your local Northern Wisconsin and Upper Peninsula Ski-Doo dealers.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Habish, Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Do you have thoughts, good or bad, on news happening across the country or our coverage of it? Call into the Newswatch 12 Your 2 Cents line. We may use your thoughts on air.
Ripco Credit Union since 1932. In the best of times and in times that require just a little more flexibility and kindness. We've been here, we'll be here. We are here for you. Federally insured by NCUA.
Sports Watch 12 with Griffin Stroing starts now.
Rhinelanders swimming dominated their opponents throughout the past year. The girls won their first ever state title in program history, and now they're making noise across the country. Junior swimmer Malia has officially qualified for the 2020 Olympic trials. Francis is swimming with a club team in Florida where she finished with a good enough time in the 100-meter backstroke. That's the same event she won at state this fall. The trial meet for the Olympics will be held in June in Omaha. You think of winter sports, you probably think of basketball, hockey, or wrestling. But in the Northwoods, we love our outdoor activities. One area hotspot is getting even better. The Mecca Trails in Mercer acquired a piece of land with help from a grant, and now they're hoping to make the experience even better. Mecca is getting new partners and will now be getting more help in making their trails.
Both Iron County Forest and the Wisconsin DNR, last summer they both sent down some heavy equipment to make some trail improvements. We're nurturing those relationships with the town of Mercer and the state and the Iron County to help us achieve a better recreational experience.
And for people who love to use the Mecca Trails, the group even has plans to make new additions in the near future.
The vision goes beyond winter sports. We anticipate having the Mecca Trails open year-round. We're building some boardwalks with the help of Iron County to make sure that people who come out in the spring, summer, and fall can walk the trails and have a great hike and a great outdoor experience.
The group just wrapped up their annual Winterfest event. They're hoping the money raised can go to their new projects. Last Saturday, the Wisconsin women's hockey team captured their 6th national title. Today, the men's team was hoping to start a run in bringing home another trophy. Wisconsin opening up the NCAA tournament against Bemidji State. But it was a disastrous start for the Badgers. In the first, bouncing puck in front of the net, and Bemidji pounces. They go 5-hole for the goal and an early lead. But the last minute of the period wasn't much better for the Badgers. They're going to turn it over in their own side of the zone, and that's not a great idea. Beavers get the goal off the deflection. They're up 2 goals with after 20 minutes. Wisconsin would get on the board, though, in the second on the power play. Cole Caulfield sets up his teammate for the one-timer, and Wisconsin cuts the deficit in half. Bemidji would add 3 more goals, put Wisconsin down 5-1, but then Caulfield would strike. The Spash alum lets loose from the slot, finds the back of the net. It's now 5-2, but he had 1 more left in him. The Hobie Baker finalist fires his 30th goal of the year, but the comeback would fall short. Wisconsin's season ends with a 6-3 upset loss. Most people don't like a sequel. Caddyshack is a great movie, a classic. Caddyshack 2, not so much. Tonight, the Bucks were taking on the Celtics for the second time in 3 days. They won the first matchup, but like the sequels, they weren't as good tonight. Second quarter, Jason Tatum, he had a huge night, 34 points. That three-pointer is good. Boston up 8. But Giannis responds with this dunk over Taco Fall. May I add that Taco is 7 foot 5 inches. The Greek freak finished with only 16 points. Look at that mean mug, though. Chris Middleton, he's going to pull up for 3 here. It's good. The Bucks are somehow, though, only down 3, but the Celtics are just too much in this one. In transition, Tatum going to find Jaylen Brown for the alley-oop layup. I told you the sequel wasn't as good as the original. Boston wins this one 122-114. 2 weeks ago, we told you about Packers running back Aaron Jones and how he was re-signing with the team. Today, he finally put it on pen and paper. The Pro Bowl running back signed a 4-year contract worth $48 million. He's coming off a year where he ran for over 1,000 yards and scored 11 touchdowns. But for him, it's all about winning the big game. They've made it close, but they're hoping next season will be different.
We are close, NFC championship games in back-to-back years. You just got to take advantage of the time that you guys have together. And so that's all I'm trying to do and bring the Super Bowl back here.
Now all we have to do is wait and see. That's all I got in sports. Justin, back to you.
Thanks, Griffin. Still ahead with the winner of this season's Big Old Fish Contest. But first, take a look at a referendum on the ballot in one local school district next month. That's next on Newswatch 12 at 10.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of industry-leading Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing offers from your local Cub Cadet dealer today.
Stop by your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer, Foreman's Farm Home, today.
Stay tuned to get a free pan from Granite Stone. Stuck on eggs, burnt on batter. You can scrub and scrape, but you can't escape the nightmare of your sticky pans. Introducing the Granite Stone Pan, the all-new durable non-stick pan. No butter or oil needed. Watch, we melted down these sticky candies in Granite Stone, and it just doesn't stick. We cooked a half a dozen eggs, bacon, cheese, and tomato breakfast with no butter or oil, and it just doesn't stick. Look, caramels, chocolate, and cheese. Unreal for any other pan, but not for Granite Stone. It just doesn't stick. Granite Stone will be the last pan you'll ever need because it's pressed from a solid aluminum disc for even heat conduction. Then coated 3 times with our durable Granite Stone finish. Granite Stone is metal utensil safe and won't scratch. And talk about non-stick. This salmon cooked skin side down with no added butter or oil just doesn't stick. This steak is perfectly seared just like the pros. And because Granite Stone is oven rated to 500 degrees, we bake this upside down pan pizza to perfection, and it just doesn't stick. Fire Flambe Delicious Cherries Jubilee. Plus it's PFOA free and 100% dishwasher safe. Call or go online to get your Granite Stone pan for the special TV discount price of just $19.99. Granite Stone is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. And with every order, you're going to get a Granite Stone single-serve egg pan absolutely free. It's the perfect size for personalized eggs, omelets, or frittatas that slide right out. It makes the best bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich quick. Yours absolutely free. We'll even ship your entire order free. That's right, free shipping. You get it all, an incredible value. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-898-6703. That's 1-800-898-6703 or order online at buygranitestone.com. That's 1-800-898-6703. Call now.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Stone Innovations, Rhinelander and Plover.
We're now just 11 days from Wisconsin's spring election, and while there aren't many big statewide races on the ballot, several local school districts do have referendums. We've been previewing them throughout the week. Medford tried referendum in November. It failed. Now they're trying again, asking for nearly $40 million in the April 6th election. School leaders say if passed, Medford High School would get some much-needed renovations. The school was built in 1966 and hasn't changed much since then.
You know, people say, when's the best time? There's never a good time. Now is the best time. We're not going to see, if you talk to most experts, you'd be hard pressed to find somebody that would be able to tell you we'll see lower interest rates than we are experiencing right now.
The proposed renovations include a new theater, new gymnasium, and more learning space. Sullivan says when things will be updated, staff and students will feel a lot better about learning.
But we know this. Our building right now looks more like 1966 than it should. And we know that kids learn different and teaching is different, and that we have to keep up with the times.
The November referendum failed by just 174 votes. Again, Election Day is April 6th. We'll be right back with one final look at your forecast after the break. But first, it's time for this week's Big Old Fish.
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua.
Hey, Norm, I thought you was going ice fishing up at Mille Lacs.
Yeah, after lunch.
Ah.
What you got there?
Oh, the numbers you asked for.
I've got the numbers right here for this season's Big Old Fish winner. They were just handed to me. But first, I want to say it's been an absolute gas for me to see all these awesome photos and hear the stories that go with them. So thank you for sharing. Also, thank you to Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua for sponsoring and Norling Taxidermy for supplying the prize of the fish mount. Now on to the business at hand. The winner of this season's Big Old Fish and the winner of the fish mount from Norling Taxidermy is 11-year-old Benjamin Holter from Wausau. So everyone take a moment and join me in saying congratulations, Ben, and keep on reeling them in. And of course, keep on sending them in to us here at Big Old Fish. Now, congratulations to all the anglers that saw success this year, and especially to those that we were able to get on air. If you weren't able to get on air this season, keep sending those photos in and keep trying. We get tons of entries. And if you want to do that, then listen up. There's a guy with a voice just like mine that's going to tell you how to do it. All right, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win a Norling Taxidermy fish mount is on our website, WJFW.com. And remember, anglers, fish on.
Give your home a fresh look with the beauty and durability of wall and floor tile from Mohawk. Clean Protect porcelain tile is waterproof and scratch and stain resistant to stand up to life's messes. The Microban technology offers 99% antimicrobial product protection, fighting against stain and odor-causing bacteria for the life of the tile. Mohawk Clean Protect is 11% off exclusively at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The following was performed by everyday writers like you. Please try it home. Matt's a straight ripper.
I heard the turbo and I was just giggling under my helmet.
Look at that.
I look like a pro. Woohoo!
Dude, I love that
thing. See your local Northern Wisconsin and UP Ski-Doo dealers.
So much time at home. I need new furniture.
Dylan, it's Slumberland's Build Your Room sale. Look what you can get for just $20, $30, or $40 a month? How about a dining room for just $20 a month?
I'm more of a pizza in front of the TV kind of guy. Recliners. I've always wanted a couple of those.
How about two of these for just $30 a month when you spent $1,800 and pay no interest for 5 years?
Well, hello, Slumberland.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for Spinal Aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
Hi, I'm Maria Seefeld with Miracle Ear of Marshfield. If you're struggling hearing your favorite news or TV shows, please stop in and see me for a free hearing test.
Andrew, looks like some warm weather on the way, but not in time for the weekend.
Unfortunately, no, Justin. That'll wait until Monday until we hit the 60s, but that will be short-lived. We'll get cool again, highs in the 30s on Wednesday. For now, for your Saturday, though, we will be getting to a high of 45 degrees, and it will be rainy, it will be breezy, starting off with winds out of the south-southeast. Those will be transitioning then to winds out of the northwest. So looking at those wind gusts of over 20 miles per hour on your Saturday afternoon after a pretty mild start to the day. And then as we get into your Sunday, breezy winds throughout the day. Those will start to taper on back and get a little more calm as we head into your overnight. And now looking for your final forecast, we're going to have that rainy and snowy day on Saturday and then a dry little spell until we get to Thursday with more really light rain showers.
Very up and down forecast there, Andrew.
That's right.
All right, thank you. Thank you for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next. Have a great night and a great weekend.